are live. We are live. My name is Cindy, and we are live in New Hampshire. It is Tuesday, May 6th, and it is afternoon after school. I'm actually headed home. It's almost 5 o'clock p.m., and I just came on here to say hello, and I just went to the store. I went to Aldi's, and Aldi's usually has pretty good prices, and got some snack foods and just a few things. And this is on my way home from school, just a little bit off the highway. And I just thought I would say hello. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And I'm a teacher, and I like to just kind of chat about what do teachers do in their free time and, beyond. This morning, I talked a little bit about AI and that this reality is hitting us, that AI is coming soon to a world near you. That's an interesting house for sale. That is very interesting. Um, yeah, there's not a lot of real estate for sale around here. And that's all the talk too, is that real estate in New Hampshire is so high priced. And, if anybody wants to buy a starter home, you can't find one. So there are people trying to figure out what we can do to make housing available to, say, somebody starting out or somebody with a lower budget than the rest of us. I mean, my budget is very low, but that's beside the point. I feel like I'm rich. I live in rich people's country, but I don't have a lot of money myself. I don't know how we've done it all these years, but in New Hampshire, a starter home is about $500,000. It's about average. And, that would be for a normal, maybe two bedroom with a little bit of, an acre or so. 500,000. So that means you need to make at least, 200,000 between, say, two people. That is pretty high expectations. And it's kind of sad that it's come to this in New Hampshire, because I do love New Hampshire, and because of the economy. When I was first coming out of college, I didn't think I could afford New Hampshire. Hello, good afternoon. Hey, Lightning, thanks for coming to my channel. Thanks for the thumbs up. And thanks for chatting with me today. I'm just chatting about New Hampshire. The real estate up here is ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous. And say I sold my home and wanted to downsize, even to find something a little smaller would be the same price. So we're just staying where we're at for now. But the taxes are also going high. And thank you for coming to my channel. I appreciate your thumbs up and appreciate your support for my channel. Small channel here, New Hampshire teacher, and I'm just driving home from school talking about the economy. What's the economy like where you are? Wits ends, Wits edits, Wix edits. How about them tariffs? Yeah. From what I've heard, the tariffs are supposed to intimidate, I guess, the other countries. I heard that because we implemented tariffs, other countries are saying, okay, we won't do tariffs anymore. Yeah, pricing remains to be seen. So far, gas prices are holding. Where I live, it's been around 269, 279. Sometimes it goes down to 259, somewhere around there. And it seems to be in a holding pattern. Nothing seems to be really going down tons. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for your support. Yeah, so it's Ohio. Okay, yeah. We're going to be going on a road trip soon, so we'll be able to compare gas prices as we head south. And it's just, we see, okay, we are wasting money here, we're wasting money there, but where is the money? How is that going to affect us? Are we really going to see a rebate of taxes? Are we going to see, prices going down? In New Hampshire, they want to change, make it easier for developers to build more housing. And that's what they're saying is going to lower the price on housing. That remains to be seen as well, because the developers want to put in a lot of, um, they want to put in a lot of houses, and they want to put in smaller houses, I guess, maybe apartment buildings. And how this all plays out is still a mystery. Thank you for coming to my channel. And so we're just going to have to wait and see. And I am a Christian, so I just have to put my trust in the Lord, not in people. I can't take the prices of gas in Ohio. I'm not paying $9.49 per liter. What? Wow, that would be triple what we're paying here. Yeah, I don't think I could do my job if we were paying that much, because I drive 40 minutes to school. And, even buses, we public schools, they have to do busing, and the price of gas will affect how much we have to pay for gas prices. And my husband actually drives a truck, so that would affect how much truck drivers have to pay for their business. So, yeah. I was thinking that the price of oil was going to be going down, but I mean, it's gone down a little bit, but not tons. So we'll just have to see what happens. Eggs is ridiculous. I don't really understand the price of eggs being so high because, why don't we all just get a few chickens? Well, even getting chickens is becoming a project because some of the, municipalities want to limit the number of chickens you have. If you have chickens, you can't have a rooster. So that means you can't, uh, you know, propagate your crop on your own. You got to buy chicks, right? So we had chickens for several years in our own little world, our own little spot on the planet. We had chickens, a dozen chickens at a time, and sometimes 5 or 6 chickens. It was nice to have your own fresh eggs. I'll tell you, nothing like fresh eggs. And my husband drives an oil truck. He delivers oil to car dealerships. So he doesn't really truck like across country. And, but he just kind of stays local. But years past, he would drive all around New England, and he went up into like northern Vermont and very mountainous areas. Kind of glad he sticks around not too far from home. He'll go down to the Cape. He drives in Boston, stuff like that. My dad has a farm that has a bunch of chickens. Yeah, so that's good. And lots of people are raising chickens, and chickens can be very economical. They live off a feed. The feed is expensive, but you can also grow your own chicken food, which is totally doable. The other issue with chickens is, if you ever want to go on road trips or leave the house, you got to get someone that's going to come babysit or get one of your neighbors. I guess you could have the neighbors watch your chickens and say, hey, I'll pay you in eggs. Now that eggs are what, $5 a dozen? So $5 a day, that's worth it. Checking on the chickens. He needs to pay like 13.5 per year for the chickens. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah, chickens aren't cheap either. I someone I knew recently, they bought pullets. Pullets are kind of grown and they already are like almost laying eggs. And they said they were paying like $50 or $60 per pullet. He owns 8 miles of land. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, owning land nowadays is a luxury, but it is a good thing. And we own not too much. We don't have a farm or anything, but we live kind of in the country, which is nice. But the city is coming to us, it sounds like. So in New Hampshire, we are looking at trying to get more housing so that we can have more housing. I don't know. I think people are moving to New Hampshire and we need more housing. So I guess here we go. Brace yourself, New Hampshire. It is a beautiful state. And if you can see in the window, I like to put my camera this way so you can see the scenery as I'm driving along. We've got leaves that are growing. We have had rain, lots of rain, so lots of fog today. So it's going to be really pretty. The grass is really green. Green is happening. Spring is sprung. And gardens are going to be planted soon. Usually it's Memorial Day for New Hampshire. And so gardens are happening, and we're going to go to West Virginia, and the prices are 2 times less there. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's really good. And so I was talking about AI and teachers. You know, AI is coming to us, and I was working as a teacher online, and the Chinese government stopped that whole program, and I guess it kind of morphed. It didn't completely disappear. It's still in existence. But we were scared that the AI was going to replace virtual teachers. You know, we were virtual teachers. We worked really hard to learn how to teach online and how to keep the kids interested, how to teach English as a second language. We had to get a certificate, and all kinds of hours I spent learning all this stuff. And we were afraid that AI was going to replace teachers. And I feel like there is a place that AI will kind of, you know, maybe replace some jobs, but I feel like there's really not a comparison between a computer and a real live person. I feel like, you know, humans are created and they need one-on-one person. You know, even FaceTime isn't the same as being in person. So I think that AI will have a place, but it won't replace. We'll have to see how it plays out. But as teachers, we kind of have to be aware of what the possibilities are and be ready for changes in our world, unfortunately. I was at the grocery store, BJ's, the other day, and they had a robot thing that was just going around and doing the inventory on everything that's in the store. And that was kind of interesting. I had never seen it before. And it would had like a little light on it. It made a little noise that, you know, people knew it was there. It could sense if there was somebody there so it didn't run into people. So it was kind of interesting. It's the first time I've seen that type of thing. So there are things that we can use for automated things, jobs, and it might even do a more accurate reading than a person. You know, if a person's having a bad day, they might not count as accurately as they would have otherwise. So, but then again, you know, customer service, that's going to be a little different because you need a real person. Yeah, So we'll see what happens with AI. AI is coming to town. And things that it can do that would be helpful, but I hope that, we stay. I guess we have to pivot, as they say, pivot to new things and be aware and watch and be ready to change with technology as we come along. But I think people love to know who people are. They love to hear other people's stories. They like real live stories. And I don't think that's going to go away anytime soon. But anyway, thank you for coming to my channel and thank you for your support. The robot was there because the workers are lazy. Yeah, that could be true. That could be true. But I don't think a robot can like go in and fold clothes. Like when you go through all the clothes and you turn everything, uh, like, because you're looking for something, somebody has to come by and fix all that. I think that might have to be a human. But then when you check out, you're pretty much on your own, aren't you? You kind of have to do your own scanning, your own card. You put your own stuff on the conveyor belt, and you walk out the store, and somebody checks your stuff, and they just count your stuff, and I doubt they really know everything you're checking out. So you hardly talk to anybody at the store unless you want to. It's like you're at a self-checkout. Yeah, exactly. So it's a different world, but we need to stay in it. I was standing in line a couple weeks ago. I was standing in line at our grocery store with like 15 cash registers for a person. And then there were like 5 self checkouts, and the line was down the aisle, like 10 people long. And I live in a small town. And this one guy was like, "What is up with this? We're standing in line at self checkout, and there's 15 places where we could check out with a clerk." And we were just complaining about it. And it is what it is. I don't really like to do self checkout. I'd rather have a person to kind of check out with. But on the other hand, if I'm like feeling like I just want to go to the store, grab my stuff and go, then maybe I don't mind. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't think we can change it today. All right. Well, I am thankful that you guys are willing to talk to me today, and I'm going to lose signal. There's one point down the road that just cuts right off. So I will say goodbye for now, and I'm going by my local gas place, and it's $2.79 today. And it's raining, and it's kind of chilly, but the green is very green, and it's getting greener. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next time.